Up next, we turn the spotlight onto our weekly focus on foreign media coverage of events here in this part of the world. For that, Kim Sung-yeon joins me now. Welcome back, Sung-yeon.
Great to see you, Sunny. So today we have international coverage on President-elect Yoon Suk-yeol, also analysis on North Korea's missile developments and its motives, and the Chorus FTA, and finally, Squid Game star Lee Jung-jae. So let's dive right in. The diplomat believes South Korean President-elect Yoon Suk-yeol has a skeptical eye towards China and that Beijing must rethink its policy towards Seoul. The report says that Yoon's presidency will bring major changes to Korea's foreign policy and that China needs to make adjustments in its own strategy while making note of Yoon's tendencies. At the same time, the paper believes there will also be a degree of surprising malleability as Yoon is a career prosecutor and new to foreign policy. Therefore, it suggests that if China could make appropriate use of the opportunity, a win-win strategic and economic relationship can be developed between the two countries. And in the meantime, in regard to North Korea policy, NK News reported that Yoon plans to lead sanctions against the North, aligning with the West's interest in this region. It further elaborated that in order to do that, Seoul plans to deepen its ties with Quad members, namely the U.S., Australia, Japan, and India.
Speaking of North Korea, Sung-yeon, I understand the New York Times has touched upon the regime's potential motive for its increased missile activities. Tell us about that.
Yes, Sunny, the New York Times did write quite an in-depth analytical piece on that subject. And it believes the North Korean leader Kim Jong-un actually is just beginning with his missile developments. Now, the New York Times says Kim is vying for global attention as this is an important year for him for many reasons, and explained that 2022 marks his 10th year in power, the 80th anniversary of his father's birth, and the 110th anniversary of his grandfather's. The recent missile tests may be intended to boost morale at home amid a landmark year and to secure more leverage in future nuclear talks. However, the Times stressed that Kim Jong-un's nuclear ambitions are also about self-preservation amid a very difficult time for North Korea, which has been reeling under the effects of the pandemic as well as international sanctions. The article goes on to say that Kim seems to be using his weapons development as a showcase of technology to win the loyalty of the millennial generation, who are set to become his future base of power.
I see. On the economic front, Sung-yeon, I believe Arirang News covered this milestone as well. It's been a decade since the launch of Korea's free trade deal with the U.S., right?
Yes, Sunny, indeed. The foreign media also looked into the impact of the FTA as well. As South Korea and the U.S. 10 years ago this month ratified the Chorus free trade agreement. The diplomat wrote an in-depth analysis on the Chorus FTA and said it's turned out to be the most economically and strategically significant trade deal negotiated by the U.S. with another country. The paper says that despite some initial concerns, most stakeholders in Korea and the U.S. have been satisfied with how the FTA has performed over the past 10 years. Bilateral trade in goods has grown by nearly 70% over the past 10 years since the FTA came into effect, with similar export growth also being enjoyed by both countries during this time period. The story concluded by forecasting that the future of their economic ties will continue to be shaped by the changes that have taken place since the FTA was first negotiated.
And finally, Sung-yeon, you mentioned Squid Game's Lee Jung-jae. I understand he has added another award to his trophy cabinet.
Right. So Squid Game star Lee Jung-jae won the Best Actor Award at the Critics' Choice Awards 2022. This was held in Los Angeles, becoming the first Korean actor to be honored as such. The Times of India took note of Lee's stunning entrance to the red carpet event and said he won over the hearts of many people in the audience with his low-key acceptance speech. The drama Squid Game also won Best Foreign Language Series at the awards, and apart from Lee, Jung Ho-yeon and Park Hae-soo were also part of the ceremony, serving as presenters at the annual event. Another foreign media outlet, Pink Villa, reported that large crowds had welcomed the three actors outside the awards venue, along with Squid Game director Hwang Dong-hyuk, with very loud cheers. This trophy haul is just the latest in Squid Game's historic wins at the Golden Globes and the Screen Actors Guild Awards.
Right, it is. All right, so as always, thank you very much for the coverage.
Thank you for having me.